Hey people, Injured here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Kickin Purification Plant and Ordo Malleus versus Eldar. For the blue Ordo Malleus team, we have two brother captains. First up here is Bebop, and this guy is not interested in letters, just ellipses. These guys walk through objects and cannot be suppressed. Pretty durable fellows with strong support and disruption fighting in melee combat. Alongside Lomors is an Eversor assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death. Red team for the Eldar, triple Farseers. First up is Lucidic. We have Kickin and also Mustafa 007. Looks like they're all using the Oathway schemes, so I'm going to be even more confused than usual. These ladies fight in melee combat with strong support abilities, buffs and control and the like. We have triple Stormtroopers up for Bebop and Lomors, with the Ellipses fellow getting a strike squad up. So what do you want here as Eldar? I think you want lots of Dark Reapers and Doom Bringers maybe? Eversor Assassin there runs off. He's got his Psychon active, which takes a chunk of health off him, then he does more damage and receives less damage for the duration. 4 Stormtroopers for Bebop. So Stormtroopers, these Inquisitorial Stormtrooper fellows, are kind of unique in Tier 1. You don't get many bursty ranged infantry aside from snipers. So if you get 4 of them up, and you kind of move and shoot, you cause huge amounts of problems for like a line of Dire Avengers and stuff, or even Banshees trying to get up to you. Banshees up for each of the Eldar players, and a Guardian weapon team on the way for Kickin. Looks like the Eldar took the Western VP, but the brother captain very slowly and surely chasing down the Farseer, turns to grab the VP now. These guys seem kind of confused. And here's the march of the Stormtroopers on the eastern side from Bebop, making short work of Dire Avengers. Can they bash power fast? You know what, that's not bad. It's not bad, 2 or 3 bursts and they'll have it. But Guardian weapon team is up for Mustafa. Bebop now with a Purgation squad on the way. Expect at least one more, I think. Yeah, here comes one from Ellipses to try and slow down the Banshees getting at you with the suppression stuff. Oh, they capped the wreck point over there, the Eldar, those sneaky Eldar. Yeah, if you could get Dark Reapers with Guide and Doom, that's going to be a big bonus and big help to the big Tier 3 super heavy infantry of the Ordo Malleus. 456 to 483 on the VPs. 2-1 here for the Ordo Malleus. Farseer takes tons of damage. Took a shot there from the Executioner pistol of the Eversor Assassin, and she goes down. Damage of a time and slows you as well. Using his Psychon to shoot in ranged combat there, the Eversor Assassin. Doing some good work. Banshees also did some good work, but they are persuaded to leave by lots and lots of fire. The Purgation squad of Ellipses in the field here now. Nothing out yet for Lomors. Are they going for a quick Tier 2? Maybe. They have grenade launchers up. What would you get in a quick Tier 2 though? Maybe those plasma cannon Dreadnoughts. Those are pretty fun. Farseer gets knocked over by a grenade barrage. And now look at this. Fire damage on the Dire Avengers with those grenade launchers as well. Good grenade there. Those guys run off. 456 to 446. Meanwhile, east side, contested power is red. We have double shurikens. Are we going to see some interceptors anywhere? Any more war gear for you, Mr. Eversor Assassin? Oh! Chem Cloud grenades on the way. Really powerful anti-melee ability. But it is an anti-melee ability that you need to aim and can be dodged and baited out and stuff. We'll see how it goes. War Shout suppresses those guys, and so does the Guardian weapon team. And I think they're going to get on the power here. Is Mustafa has these Spirit Stones to support those Banshees. Meanwhile, west side, it's uncapped. Banshees be running. And we have some Rangers up here for Lucidic. And also for Kickin. Should be able to pick off Stormtroopers reasonably well. I don't think it's going to be 1-to-1 shot and death though. But certainly weaken them as they get close. There we go. Big chunk of damage there. Keep shooting and moving. Shooting and moving. Meanwhile, east side, Pressure continues from Mustafa. Shuriken Cannon does get away, but there was a little bit of a heal thrown in from the spiritual rites. Purgation didn't have the balls to stand there and fire whilst the Banshees came in. I don't think they could have fired long enough to suppress them. They did get away without a model loss too. And the aspect of strength for these ladies. What about the others? Aspect of strength also for Kickin, and the aspect of fleetness for Lucidic. Kicking off on the west side, a big fight here. Strike squad are quite low, you know. Yeah, got a bit too close to the Banshee wall. There's the Executioner pistol. What is the ability called again? Neurotoxin, okay. On the Banshees there that you saw. There's the Chem Cloud grenades. So it reduces your damage by a lot, yeah. 50% less damage. 12 seconds. They can't regen health. Which is like, yeah, whatever. Although, would make a massive difference if a Pain Boy was involved. And also reduces their melee skill, so they do less special attacks and also are a victim to more special attacks. I wonder how well that would do against like a Nob squad or something. Because ordinarily a Nob squad will tear through Paladins and even tear through Grey Knight Terminators, I think, with some support. You'd chuck those Chem Cloud grenades in. Maybe you change that fight quite dramatically. If you wait for the Nobs to kind of get all the way into combat. Because it can be hard to back out of melee in this game. You know, you've got to rotate, you've got to accelerate, you've got to start moving, all the while you're taking melee attacks. Vindicare Assassin on the way for the ellipses. Big fan of this guy. Like to see him do his work. Tier 2 there for Bebop. Tier 2, pretty much the same time, I guess. Ellipses did have a bit of a head start there, getting the Vindicare up now. Here we see the unending purge for the brother captain. Health on hit, a little bit of health, and also some more energy regen. It's got to be an attack against infantry, it says there. Also has the Blessed Aegis for the energy shield, and it can support that, of course, with purification from Strike Squad, although he doesn't have any Strike Squad Bebop. No war gear for ellipses. We've seen Lomors stuff. There's that kinetic pulse keeping the Strat Squad at bay. They're doing a decent job so far. Banshee's running in. Did not see the neurotoxin, but there's the Chem Cloud grenades. And those Banshees getting heavily debuffed. Psychic Storm might have saved them, you know. It stopped the Strat Squad following it up there. We've lost the indicator for this Farseer. She's got the Armor of Fortune. 426 to 438 on the VPs. Eversor Assassin trying to chase down these Banshees here. Couldn't quite get it done. Gets in amongst some Dire Avengers though. Doing some good damage as he chases with the Executioner pistol. 30 DPS. Not sure what the cooldown is on the neurotoxin. There it is. Just saw it on the Farseer. Does he get away? I think he's going to be okay. Doing the damage over time there on the Farseer. East side. Oh, we do have some interceptors from Bebop. Was not expecting that. Already have their Justicar, so they have that furious intervention teleport that knocks things down, which is really fun. Fun for those guys in a way. Lomors does get a Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way. And considering they only had triple Stormtroopers, the Ordo Malleus team have put up a really good fight. In the mid, they have some generators up from Bebop. Tier 3 for Ellipses. Did they get... Yeah, they got the Vindicare. Here he is. Using his Exodus rounds, and also switch to Turbo Penetrator for taking out big, large targets. Armor of Fortune on the way now for Mustafa. Not sure... Yeah, Wraithguard are going to get shut down quite hard, I think. Just the brother captain running in there. And also these guys can teleport on them. They're going to go after the... Yep, the Shuriken. Doing some really good damage there. 30 DPS melee. I'm not sure what the Justicar comes in with. Has he got a power weapon? I'm not sure. The models are the same, I think. Banshees couldn't quite get it done there. Only lost one model, the Interceptors, but... Oh no, he did get away. I thought the brother captain went down for a second. He's got his Nemesis Demon Hammer. West side, it's going to kick off, is it? We do have a Plasma Cannon Dreadnought with a Twin Linked Heavy Bolter and that Plasma Cannon. It's super fun. Look at this though, being tied up. Cannot hit back in melee. And it seems like he can't shoot either. Because when you tie up the Zone Throat, which doesn't have a melee attack, I'm pretty sure the Zone Throat can still fire its psychic attack, but it seems like the Dreadnought can't even shoot. You can get the Maelstrom, of course, though, which messes up melee units quite badly. Yeah, that Plasma Cannon is going to make it tough for those Banshees to approach, especially if that Maelstrom makes an appearance. Wraithguard all getting torn up here. Looks like they're going to make it out, though. Another Grey Knight Dreadnought on the way for Lomors, and why not another Plasma Cannon? That's the Doombringer up here for Mustafa. Got the cap, the full cap on the VP. 334 to 438. Ordo Malleus is starting to look strong now on the west side, with soon to be 2 Dreadnoughts. What am I hearing? Kicking off on the east side. They're going to get jumped, are they? Nope, they just ran away. Can they get a power bash here? I don't think these guys got any upgrades. No, they didn't even get the sergeants or anything. Using the interceptors in range stance now. Pro moves from Bebop. They're going to do the power quite quick there. Banshees trying to come in from an angle. They get on the Vindicator quite well, but there is that Plasma Cannon shot. It does have a minimum range, I believe. I'm not sure what the minimum range is, but I don't think the Heavy Bolter, the Twin-Linked Heavy Bolter, does. It's a really fun unit. I remember suggesting a long time ago that the you should be able to have the Flamer with the Heavy Bolter at the same time. But they did one better. He got a Plasma Cannon and a Heavy Bolter at the same time. Webway here to support with some infiltration and the like. Yeah, this power's been up for a while, you know. Tier 3 now for Bebop. Time to try and fight a Plasma Cannon. Neurotoxin on the Banshees makes it even more difficult to get into melee and tie it up. Eversor's done well so far. And there's some Purgation. Are they going to get grenaded? What's going on here? Apparently not. Grenades were not thrown. Maybe they were thrown earlier on cooldown. They got a full power bash there. West side is kicking off. Eldar making a decent push while Lomors wasn't here. Chopping up some Stormtroopers pretty effectively there. Grey Knight Terminators on the way for Ellipses. And of course, Brother Captains can get Paladins. Oh, that's a Bio Meltdown, I think. Yeah. Bio Meltdown up there for the Eversor Assassin. One of his global abilities makes him do damage over time to nearby enemies. And big explosion on death. If he dies during it, he does drain his own health as well. Double Psychic Storm from the Farseers. That was pretty cool. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm lying. That was a levitation field. They just both like to float and do different things, you know. Farseer runs. Rangers get a decap at least. I mean, it was a decent little push from the Eldar. Just couldn't maintain the pressure there quite. Here are your Grey Knight Terminators with those splash damage power melee halberds. And yep, double Plasma Cannon Dreadnoughts. And they are, yep, both getting Maelstrom too. Knockback and slow. I believe the knockback occurs immediately on activating it. And then they're slowed down for a bit. Which is really strong. That's a D-Cannon for Lucidic. No Dark Creepers, you know. I guess there hasn't been enough heavy infantry yet, but now there's Paladins and Grey Knight Terminators for Ellipses over here. That's pretty bad news for those fellas. Eldar in the mid could get caught in a nasty flank. Wraithguard got messed up. That is a Shuriken Cannon getting messed up. Can't suppress these fellas. Do they have their upgrades yet? I don't think so, no. Galloping through the mid, the Brother Captain there. Looks like these Stormtroopers have their Acolyte squad leaders now. Giving them that fanaticism buff, which is awesome. Like a couple of seconds of invulnerability. Just sweeping through the map now. Eldar responding with D-Cannons, which is interesting. It will really mess up all of the Stormtroopers, the Singularity, but it's not a fantastic tool to use against Terminators and stuff. I guess it disrupts them, stops them running at you, you know. Banshee's going in, but they couldn't stay in for long. Bashing the power too. That is a singularity, I think. Nope, maybe not. Don't know what that was. Maybe the D-cannon got disrupted or something. 325 to 337. The Dreadnoughts came way far up. That was the Maelstrom there. It won't knock over Wraithguard though. Looks like the Dreadnoughts are going to be okay. Even able to turn and shoot. Look at that. That is painful. Where's your Bright Lancers, buddy? None yet for Mustafa. Haven't really done any damage to the Dreadnoughts at all, have they? I guess the Wraithguard have got a few volleys in. Paladins now of Bebop, putting some pressure on. Lomors, I'll switch to the Neuro Gauntlet. Crazy DPS, power melee weapon. No special attack, just all about the rapid smacks in the face. Also assault armor, giving him charge. Wraithguard, I think, are going to be okay. This is a huge amount of pressure though for the Eldar to deal with. Oh hey, we have some Seer Council. And they should put up a decent fight, especially against the Paladins. It's a dicey engagement against the Terminators though. Especially if they get plasma cannons in their face. It's going to be tough. Level 2 Farseer here with the Gravity Blade. Who has the Doombringer then? I guess it's Mustafa, yeah, and they're down. Oh, they're back up now. There they are. Got revived. That's a singularity. We'll see what kind of damage it does to these guys if it hits them. Got one of them. Yeah, not a whole lot of damage, but hey, the disruption is useful. And if it can hit the Stormtroopers, it's going to absolutely wreck them. That was a spiritual rights heal there. These are the D-cannon shots that you see. Can be hard to spot, doing damage over time. Webway goes up. Webway here too. Got to try and put a little pressure on this VP. And on the eastern edge, and also get his rec point back. Uh-oh, Land Raider Crusader on the way for the Ellipses player. Another D-cannon. They're really liking these D-cannons. Still no Dark Reapers at all. It's very tempting, you know, when you're in tier 3. Like, well, I should just get tier 3 units, I guess. Fire Prisms would help against the Dreadnoughts. But look at the Wraithguard. When they do get their eyes on them, get those shots in, they do some good work against those Dreadnoughts. I mean, Eldar are here en masse. Can they get an Eldritch here? They can't. None of them have a Eldritch yet. They do have 3 D-cannons on this side, though. And that's something. D-cannon shot never seems to hit just right in that big mass there. There we go. Look at that. There's the D-cannon doing some work. 325 to 236. Rangers couldn't quite get the decap there. They got messed up by the plasma cannon. In fact, they got wiped up. Wiped out by the double Dreadnought plasma. And I think Bebop is on the natural VP of the Eldar. That's an Eldritch Storm, I think. Nope, that's just a singularity. Turning the Stormtroopers into mush. He tried to time the fanaticism there. That's Bio Meltdown again. Exploding on the Seer Council. But he did die. Bright Lance doing some good work. Is there just one Bright Lance? Or just one Bright Lance for now. They spread out the D-cannons quite well. This is Bebop causing all sorts of problems with the Blessed Aegis up. Now coming into the back lines, wrecking power. Might get a big flank as well. You got no war gear at all? Wow, no war gear at all. Some good shots onto the Land Raider Crusader from the Bright Lancers. They can guide them and stuff, the Farseers. Interceptors go for the kill, and they get the kill. Fire Prism on the way now for Lucidic. 325 to 152. Look at this though. Eldar using the webway to get onto the VP here. The western side is uncapped, but here comes Bebop with a big old flank. Can they reface the D-cannon and get a big singularity over there? Maybe. Farseer's got to use their abilities well. I don't see Fortune up on anything. There we go. There's a levitation field. Will do damage when it throws them away. Awesome disruption. And that's 2 singularities, I think. That is. Ouch. Some friendly fire to the Wraith Guard, though. And I think it killed the Farseer there, did it? I think it did. Crazy stuff. Took some heavy losses there, though. Here comes another Fire Prism for Kickin. Vindicator Assassin getting shots in there. That guy just exploded. These Dreadnoughts have been such a pain in the ass to deal with for the Eldar. And these guys have barely taken any damage, it seems like. They did a lot of damage to the Paladins. I don't think Bebop had Terminators. They got tons of resources, they can pretty much get what they want. It's tough for the Eldar. They are putting pressure on the VP here. Vindicator's found the webway. Gets knocked away from it though. And needs to be careful here. Because she does have the Gravity Blade. 65 melee DPS. He knows where it is though, at least. 285 to 152. Yep, they're grabbing those 2 contested wreck points as well. Psychic Storm gets rid of the blob. Good tool to use against blobs of stormtroopers. Level 5 Farseer here, doing some work for Kickin. Keeps a hold of the VP for now. Taking the contested power too. This wreck point still blue though. Banshees are going for the power, I think. Maybe a natural power? Still sitting pretty though on the west side are the Ordo Malleus. But the captain runs away, breaking stuff. And it's Grey Knight Terminators of Lomors that are capping here. Kicking off on the west side, is it? A little bit. Vindicator Assassin now for Bebop. And some late game Purgation for Ellipses. Most likely to get a conversion beamer to fight the Fire Prisms here. Rangers again getting wrecked as they try to cap. Just so much stuff here. Maybe it's worth it to double the mid, you know. Try and pull some of those guys away. They're going to see the webway, are they? Maybe? There we go. Take it down. Is there anything the Eldar can do? I'm not sure there is. I don't think they can get enough stuff quickly enough to turn this around. These Dreadnoughts have been awesome. I love the level. Level 2 and level 3. Been super effective. Having the long range disruption of the plasma and the close range of the maelstrom is an amazing combo for those guys. Not to mention the constant DPS of the heavy bolters, of course. Some very brave Banshees. That was a Spirit Stone's heal, and here comes some Grey Knight Terminators though. Not to mention, yeah, Interceptors and the brother captain himself, who can do a lot of work with the Nemesis Demon Hammer. Do you have any war gear yet? No war gear for this fella. I mean, they're getting some D-cannon shots in here. But they're just reinforcing off the Crusader. They can't retreat back to it like the Redeemer, but it's still great support. Also gives energy regen, as you can see. Not just health regen. That's a singularity there. They can't see what we can see. We might see that it's obvious to put the singularity right here. Or rather here. But they can't necessarily see that stuff. 265 to 89, double cap now for the Ordo Malleus, and maybe a triple. Stormtroopers with plasma guns going for it, but here come Banshees. Special attack knocks them off it, and they might finish them off. West side though is kicking off. Can they get that Dreadnought down? They do. Fire Prism gets it. Fire Prism gets it. Still a double against them though. Gravity Blade is well timed. There's another Bio Meltdown. And they dealt with it reasonably well, backing away from the explosion as much as they could. Big singularity there, holy crap. 265 to 38. Eldar putting up a hell of a fight here. But I think the lack of Dark Reapers has really been telling here. I mean, the Wraith Guard did do some good work. It's like too many D-cannons, man. D-cannons are great, but I don't think you need... I didn't have like 5 of them at one point. Maybe the fire prism's a little bit earlier. Maybe. Can they get the cap here? Maybe not. Oh, see, Council found some interceptors and they will tear them apart here. There's fortune on them from the Farseer of Mustafa. Paladin's coming in though. Oh, she can heal them. Maybe, if it's off cooldown. Getting torn up though by the Seer Council. Having to retreat here, I think. They can't fight Paladins with only 3 models. 2 models even. Oh, they're reinforcing off the Falcon. Fair enough. Farseer's going to die. They're going to try and fight this. 265 to 19. What's going on west side? I'm sure lots of cool stuff that I missed. The decent plasma cannon shot there. There's that Maelstrom. Knocking down the Seer Council. They didn't seem to knock them all down though, which is weird. Maybe one of them was in the middle of a leap or something. Killed that Paladin. There's a singularity that could be good. Oh, maybe they got far enough away, or not all of them. Oh, they timed the fanaticism perfectly there though. Avoided all the damage. Really well played by Lomors. Really well played. Have they leveled up these things? Level 3 and level 2. I mean, they've done some work. For sure they've done some work. Everything's reinforcing off the Crusader. They must have Eldritched it once. There you see an Eldritch. There was an Eldritch here. You know what? The Eldar have a 2-to-1 cap. That fact had passed me by. Brother Captain's down here. 4 D cannons. Can they cap when there's 4 D cannons here? Eversor Assassin is level 4 here. Look at the D cannons doing some good work. Can they hold the line though? Can they hold the line? There's the Holocaust from the Dreadnought Terminators, but they did get messed up. Bunch of singularities in the back. Didn't even... Oh, they got the... Someone's still capping there. The Eversor Assassin is still capping. It's a single cap against them, the Eldar. They are taking blue team's natural though. I think Kickin had 3 D cannons for a second there. Maybe that was a glitch. Single cap might be enough here at the end. This guy's going to go down. Oh, would have gone down. What an awesome game. Eldar played it to the end, didn't give up. And the D cannons, I mean, might have done it. If you have enough D cannons, they were doing some work at the end there. But when the Paladins and stuff start running at you, what are you going to do? Dark Reaper's a little bit better there, especially with Doom and Guide and stuff. It was a fun match. Level 6 Brother Captain for Bebop. Look at the resources at the end on Bebop. And their Dreadnought Terminators did survive. Oh, sorry, these are Paladins. Lomors, level 5 Eversor Assassin. And we had no war gear on Ellipses. Got level 6 though, played well too. Level 4 Farseer. A level 8 Farseer. And a level 3 Farseer. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Big thanks to the players for taking part in the Faction War event. And for Impregnable for making it all happen. I'll see you in the next one.